Hello, hello, and good day. I am the Fresh Baked Niche, and you seem to have caught me at the dessert table. Yeah, so it's a party of sorts. Uh, it's the new year, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about video games. Specifically those who are having anniversaries of some franchises I'm either involved with in a sense. They've been part of my life, or I've been interested in. So I got a small list here of, I don't know, like 10 things I thought I'd just go through. Say, how old they're going to be this year. Talk about, how much I like or am interested in said property. And what I kind of hope to see from them this year. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it. If you like and enjoy, consider liking and subscribing. It always helps out. And otherwise, in no particular order. I mean, actually, no, there is a particular order. I don't know why I said that. We're going to start with like the older ones and move our way to the newer ones. And starting off, we got The Legend of Zelda. They are turning 40 this year. I do like Zelda. I always have, although I prefer not Breath of the Wild style, if that makes sense. Like, I liked Breath of the Wild a lot. I wasn't a super fan of Tears of the Kingdom. And I don't want them to continue that. I want them to kind of go back to that weird 3DS era where they just kept trying shit, you know? Like Spirit Tracks and A Link Between Worlds. I like going dungeon to dungeon. I like solving puzzles. I mean, I was a big fan of even like Echoes of Wisdom. I know some people weren't a big fan of that, but I enjoyed it quite a lot. And I feel like maybe we go in that direction for the next one. That'd be kind of cool. As far as this year is concerned, I have no idea what they will or will not do for it. I personally, I like the art style they have for things like Echoes of Wisdom and the Link's Awakening remake. I think it'd be kind of cool if they could maybe give us like a mini collection. Maybe the first two original NES titles, but remastered into that style. I would say at minimum that would be, that'd be worth it. That'd be cool. It'd be something. But that's it's. I don't know if they have those plans. I mean, hopefully, should have a direct, maybe in the next few months, and maybe they'll tell us. But, anyways, speaking of 40 years, we got Metroid. Given that they just got Metroid Prime 4, I'm sure we're not going to be probably getting anything from them, but I will say I do enjoy Metroid. I really like Dread. I have not touched Prime 4, although I did enjoy playing through the Prime remastered. I feel like they're in a weird spot because I feel like they don't know what they want to do with this franchise, and I feel like they've never really known what to do with this franchise. It's one of those things where if they do something cool, if they don't, I'm not going to be upset. I feel like they just had something, so it's hard to really ask for more. And, I think that sentiment's kind of the same with our next one. Dragon Quest, also at 40 years. I think we're getting the Dragon Quest 2 and 3 HD 2D or 2.5D remake, whatever super title thing. I think we're getting that this year, so I think that's huge. Dragon Quest is one of those ones where, like, I've engaged with it here and there. I'm not a big RPG person, and especially JRPGs. Don't get me wrong, they can be fun. Sometimes it feels like a lot of work to play a game. Just because, like, all the ins and outs and, ooh, well, this boss resists every weakness except for this one niche one where you need a very specific potion and you have to throw it in a certain way. Like, it's too much, and I don't feel like I should have to read a guide. It's like playing Terraria, I shouldn't have to pull up the wiki and see what other people have told me to do just because that's it. I'm not going to try everything. I'm not going to do everything. But I do appreciate the stories. I appreciate how they're done. And for something to be this old, that's... I have had a good time, I should say that much. I know back on the DS, the one where you play as, like, the ghost guy, that was my first Dragon Quest, and I fondly remember that one. I mean, I can't remember the name, but, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I don't think we're getting anything else, though, probably. But, hey, again, if we do, that'd be cool. Maybe the park in Japan can be updated. That'd be nice. Let's see. Kid Icarus. Yeah, it's turning 40. And I hate to say it, I've never actually played a Kid Icarus game. And I know everybody loves to, you know, gas up Uprising, but I missed that title. I never actually played it. And, you know, I feel like we're probably not getting anything for it. Like, it's sad to say. I think part of that is just I think Sakurai's been too busy with other projects. And I mean, obviously, Air Riders took so long, and that took a lot of effort to get out. And yeah, sure, it's been out for a few months, but I don't actually know if we're going to see anything for it. It'd be cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be certainly cool if they figure out a way to maybe port Uprising to the Switch, or even Switch 2. And, you know, give us that as something. I think that'd be nice, but no guarantees. Well, our last 40-year anniversaries, it would seem, was Castlevania. And, you know, I've played a bit of Castlevania. It was never my go-to, but, I mean, the music's fantastic, and, you know, the world they built is awesome. Once again, I don't know if we're going to get anything from this one. I don't even remember the last time we had a Castlevania title. And, you know, I think it's just going to be nice to know that they're turning 40, and people still talk about them. You know, that's, I feel like nothing. Or not nothing, I should say. So actually getting a different year on this one, we've got a 35th anniversary, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog. I could see Sega Team doing something, and if I had to guess, I feel like maybe we'll get like another Mania, honestly. Or, if we're really lucky, maybe another collection. I mean, I know I keep saying collections, but I feel like that's what you do for big anniversaries, you know? You have enough, and then you go, yeah, here is all these games. But if not, I feel like another Mania type title would be just awesome. Maybe even something within the, you know, the Superstars or whatever, like, style and play. Give us more of those characters or something. I don't know. I could see them doing something, though, for sure. I mean, it's Sonic. their fans are rabid, and, you know, they like to come up with stuff. So, you know, I crossing my fingers that they'll have something. Now we got 2 for 30 years, and the first one is one I'm loosely interested in, and that is Persona. So I'm interested vicariously because when I was growing up, I had a lot of friends who played, I think, 3. Yeah, I want to say Persona 3, a little bit of 4. And then I know, like, Persona 5 came out, and that's been, like, just the thing. I know not if we will get a Persona 6 ever. I'm sure one day, but I don't see it this year. If I'm wrong, cool. Otherwise, you know, I don't know if we'll get anything for Persona, really. Maybe, I mean, I know there was those remakes being worked on. I feel like they're out, though I don't keep up with it, so I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments could tell me, but, you know, as far as I'm aware, it exists, and maybe one day we'll get more for it, but otherwise, you know, it's indifference for me. And that's, you know, if you like it, great for you. That's awesome. I've just never, again, it's a JRPG, so I don't know, I always just kind of stayed away from it. Maybe one day I'll get into them. We'll see. However, on the other side of the 30th anniversary, something I am interested in actively participate with, Pokemon. And this should be a big year for them. I know it is like the biggest media thing in the world, so like we definitely should be seeing quite a bit from them. I'm sure this Pokemon Day will be huge. And I'm saying that as I could see them announcing some future stuff, including Gen 10. Now, I am aware that there are some leaks. Specifically, there were some projects from like now till 2030 that have been announced. And if you want to avoid spoilers, you know, maybe just skip this part. I don't know, jump ahead like 2 minutes or something. I don't know. However, I would like to note that supposedly we are getting a Black and White 3. We are getting Generation 10. I don't remember the rest, but I know we're seeing some more stuff from now till 2030, and like it's cool. However, I don't know what they're doing with it. And I mean, I would love to say we're gonna get the 10th generation on their 30th year, but I don't know. I feel like it's also a shot in the dark. I don't know if that's gonna be happening. And given their track record, I feel like we would prefer if they just kind of let it cook for a little bit longer. I mean, given what I've seen from ZA and the way people talk about it, it doesn't look like a terrible game, but at the same time, it's just not performing to the expectations that we have. So, I don't know. Maybe Gen 10 will be different. We'll see. I mean, at this point, I'm more interested in like their little one-off weird projects like Pokopia. So, I don't know. We'll see. Now, our last three titles are games I played and I do like. They're also all turning 25 this year. And instead of reading them off in the order that they appear on this list, I'm going to talk about them. My least to my favorite. So, I don't want to say least in the sense that, like, I don't like it, but Pikmin, I feel like, is not getting anything this year. You know, I love Pikmin. It is a really good game. It's a really good franchise. I had a ton of fun with 4. But because 4 exists, and it's so recent, and given their normal timeline for these things, I feel like we're not going to get a whole lot. Like, as cool as it would be, I just don't see it. Who knows? Maybe they'll do a little something, but I just... You know what? I'm going to put this out in the world. What if we got like a Hey Pikmin remake or Hey Pikmin sequel? I think that could be interesting. I'm not going to say it'd be good, but I'd certainly be interesting. Now, a franchise I could see getting another game maybe this year, if we're so lucky. Luigi's Mansion. I do like Luigi's Mansion. I started with the first one. You know, all the way back on the GameCube. Had a ton of fun with that one. I did not play Dark Moon until, you know, the remake on the Switch. And that's on me. I just, you know, I missed it. But I did play the third one. And I absolutely loved the third one. Now, I have been playing the Dark Moon remake. I mean, it's been a minute since I've touched it, but I have been playing it. And it's pretty good. But I could see them coming out with something new. And by something new, I mean either a whole new game. I could even see them, you know, jumping into the deep end and maybe this somehow gets to be part of Nintendo World. I don't know. I mean, Donkey Kong got his own section. So why couldn't, you know, Luigi? And what is Luigi known for? The Mansion series. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. And then lastly, for 25 years, and I got a little story with this one that's not completely related, but it's enough related. Animal Crossing. Now, I think within the next month, we are getting the supposedly truly last and final update. Because boy oh boy, they seem to like to pull a Terraria and be like, yeah, this is the last thing. Oh, also there's more. But it's the last thing. Until there's more. Look, I'm okay with them doing stuff, although I hate that the new stuff is basically just the DLC, but God, I'd be so excited if they could just give us a new game at this point. You know, I feel like it's been long enough. I feel like it's within time frame. I think they could genuinely give us a new Animal Crossing. Even if it doesn't come out this year, maybe just talk about it, announce it, say something. And that's all I could be really happy for, because I've loved Animal Crossing since the first one. It is such a good, cozy game, and I really, truly think we deserve a new one. And hopefully they will improve upon what they did for New Horizons. Because I had a ton of fun with that game. I love that game. I only stopped playing it because I felt like I did everything I could do. I mean, I did all the achievements, got all the hair. I got my island to 5 stars. I did every house achievement I got. I did everything I could except for, like, get all the furniture. And at this point, I would love something else. And like I said, I'd love that they built upon what they have. I mean, you know, I think bridges were fun to be able to build. I wish you could build them over nothingness, though. Make, like, archways. Stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm excited to see what they do. And, I got a little story. So for Christmas this year, I got my mom a Switch 2. I wasn't planning on getting her Switch 2, but her Switch, which was the special Animal Crossing one, has been dying. Like, the Joy-Cons went, I don't know, a year or so ago, and the system, anytime she boots it up, it sounds like a jet plane trying to take off. Like, it is just not good. And, you know, I felt that it was easiest just to get her a new system, especially before the price hike that is theoretically happening. And I know she wants to hold out for a custom edition, but I mean, we only just got the announcement that they're going to give us 2 new Joy-Con colors for some reason, only now. I don't know if they're ever going to do special editions for systems. It'd be cool, but I don't see it happening, and if they do, I don't know if we'll get one for Animal Crossing again. So, you know, save her that headache of not losing her save file, because she's been playing daily since the game came out, and I was with her up until like a month or 2 ago. And, you know, it's like, that's our thing. And it's cool to talk about, and it's fun to play with each other, but, you know, it'd be nice if we could get to the next thing. And hey, we're both ready. We both have Switch 2s. So just do it, you know? Again, even just announce it. Show us a little bit. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, Animal Crossing Planetary. Maybe Tom Nook is just going to sell you a solar system. Who knows? You know, time will tell, and we'll see. You know, that's all I have on this list. I mean, I'm sure it's not everything, but I'm sure it's enough. You know, if you know any anniversaries I didn't talk about, please let me know down below. If you have one of these you want to talk about, maybe a theory, a speculation, or just to say that you love it, hey, let me know that too. You know, otherwise, I think that's about to do her for this episode. And, you know, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. And, you know, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.